Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to be standing here today to talk about one of Harrow's leading pupils, a young lady who I think we'll all agree has made a tremendous difference to communities all over Thailand. Pat and the Lionheart Society are the best example of sustained student-led projects that I've ever seen, and her example sets the standards for others to try and emulate. Indeed, so successful and inspirational are the Lionheart Society that Pat and the Lionheart have been to Singapore, Hong Kong to spread their ideas and knowledge to other school children, encouraging them to have a look at the world around them and to ask those children to make a difference. We need today's children to make a difference if the world of tomorrow is to be a better place. And Pat is a shining example of what the youth of today can achieve. Pat's Lionheart Society is completely student-led and organised, with a focus on the underdeveloped and underprivileged communities in rural Thailand. Having worked in several rural areas over the past few years, they have come to understand the plight of those less fortunate than themselves, and they remain determined to make a real difference. By helping others, they also learn about themselves. Perhaps one of the key things they have learned is the ability to listen, to hear what communities need, and then to collaborate with those communities to formulate a response. Collaboration ensures that the targets which are set are targets which benefit that community, and this book illustrates how Pat has made this connection to allow communities to help themselves. The Lionheart Society can help with the knowledge and the resources. The communities can then implement the advice and make subtle changes as best fits their own needs. There is no doubt that Pat is an exceptional young lady, intelligent, insightful, witty, academically motivated. In today's oversimplified soundbite world, where words are tossed around and praise is probably too easily given, it is quite hard to find the right words to describe Pat. Passionate, perhaps, dedicated, unique. They don't quite fulfill the story. She's all of those words, and yet she's more. Perhaps more fitting would be the word sincere. Quite simply, Pat is a genuine person. She cares about others and wants to make a difference. Take, for instance, this book. Consider Pat's age. Throw into the equation the time and the effort it must have taken to research and develop. And yet, here we are today to celebrate the official launch of her remarkable book. It takes time to think of these ideas. It takes even longer to put them into practice. And very few of us manage to see a project like this through to the end. Ladies and gentlemen, the sad truth is we have been outdone by a teenage girl. At Harrow International School, I have the privilege to be given the time and the opportunity to work with students, to move them out of their comfort zones, to face challenges, to learn about themselves and to learn about others. We aim to provide experiences, whether it be in a hill tribe or in a sugarcane field, and then we ask our children to think about what they have done or seen, to reflect on themselves and others, and to draw conclusions. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the world desperately needs more Pats. Tomorrow's leaders must show a greater empathy and an understanding of the needs and the aspirations of the wider community. They must show a willingness to listen and then to lead. They must be able to work hard, yet be flexible, be able to motivate, encourage, make bold decisions for all the right reasons, and provide the leadership that the world is so sorely lacking. The right choices are not always the easy choices. We need to prepare tomorrow's leaders with the skill sets required to make the morally correct and ethically unquestionable choices. These choices then need to be articulated, explained, not hidden behind secrecy. And the solutions will require collaboration of ideas. The world needs leaders. That's not easy. Too often, societies look inward and make the same choices as their parents. Take, for example, the state of Pakistan, which just last month voted for the same failed leaders as they had before. The political elite plays on the fears of the masses, entrenching their own power. There is absolutely nothing to suggest that they have the solutions or even the desire to solve that country's immense problems. The world needs leaders who truly care about their people, who understand the predicaments that people face as they stay daily at the poverty line, and for leaders who dare to challenge and make a change for the good. And so we, as educators, face a daunting task to try and challenge the youth to make these wide choices in an increasingly complex world. Sometimes, however, we get lucky. Sometimes we find a patch. Unfortunately, the Pats of the world are a tiny minority. To have accomplished so much so young is remarkable, and to have done it really without our guidance, that beggars belief. Her parents deserve much credit for helping her, encouraging her, inspiring her, and for guiding her. They are always around to support her, and I'd like to personally thank them and Pat's aunt for all that they have done to help Pat. Pat has also been really fortunate to have been guided by some teachers who allowed her to reach her dreams. And I think especially of Mr. Monty, who is so proud of you and who told me yesterday, Brian, don't stuff this up. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very fortunate to have been able to watch Pat over the past few years. She has blossomed into a tremendous leader, and yet the best years remain ahead of her. I know that she will continue to help others, and she will make a difference. Harrow's motto is a leadership for a better world, and there is no better example than Pat. In fact, perhaps with Pat we could say, tomorrow's leaders today. I came here determined in 5 minutes to say the words that would nestle in your ears and would capture the essence that is Pat. I wanted to try and explain to you how inspiring Pat is, what a difference she has made, is making, and will make in the difference. I fear I may have failed in my task. Her peers and teachers respect and listen to her. Pat, you have done us proud. More importantly, you have done your country proud. And there can be no greater sense of accomplishment than that. Pat, please don't stop. Keep smiling, and importantly, remember to take as many people along on the ride with you. Thank you.